Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Sir Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. And yesterday, news started hitting that Bank of America was downgrading their pick of Hasbro. Hasbro apparently got like a double downgrade from Bank of America. And why is that? It's something that I haven't been talking about much, but I've heard it talked about in the community, in the industry, that this $999 box of basically reprinted, extremely rare cards that nobody can get their hands on is throwing a huge wrench into the market. And I suspect going beyond that, it's upsetting the long term Magic the Gathering players who had some of these original cards and now seen their collections devalued. That gets you a large amount of ill will, if I must say. So, lots of articles to look at. We're gonna look at a few of them. There's way more. I decided I'm gonna look at the articles that aren't from the gaming community. I don't want to hear what Dicebreaker has to say, or Kotaku, or Polygon. Right? I want to hear what the people have to say that are outside our bubble, because I think it's a bit more insightful. But let's find out. Yahoo Finance, Hasbro stocks drop on Bank of America downgrade, slowing growth in Magic the Gathering. Shares of Hasbro down after the stock received a double downgrade from Bank of America. Dave Briggs, my players, Hasbro shares in no mood to play around today, on track for their worst day since 2020. Following a double downgrade from Bank of America, analyst Jason Haas lowered his rating of the stock from buy to underperform. Haas says Hasbro is, quote, killing its golden goose. He's referencing one of Hasbro's most popular trading card games, Magic the Gathering, which Haas estimates accounts for roughly 15% of the company's revenue. Now, notice, that's not 15% of Wizards of the Coast revenue. Wizards of the Coast is probably, I don't know, 80%, 85%. That is 15% of Hasbro's total portfolio is wrapped up in Magic the Gathering. And I will say this, $1,000 a box sounds like a cash grab, right? Short term, sure. Long term, ooh. Now, they're overproducing cards, which is, quote, destroying the long-term value of the brand. Elsewhere in the toy sector, Rival Motel, just a few weeks ago, cut its guidance for 2022. It's down a third. Hasbro is down 9%. That's as of yesterday. I didn't even check for today, honestly. They're down 43% year to date. So now that rebel that wanted them to spin off Wizards of the Coast, it may become a point where to get value, they may need to do something like that. I am not a stock expert, folks. Well, here, let's go on to another article. What's this one from? Hipsters of the Coast. Now, this is obviously a gaming site, but I just figured Hipsters of the Coast, you got to go with something like that. Shouldn't you be worried about the Bank of America stock forecast for Hasbro? The toy maker stock slid 5.2% in pre-market following a double downgrade to underperform from buy at Bank of America. This comes after Bank of America did what they consider to be a deep dive on Hasbro's Magic the Gathering trading card business. And they say Hasbro has been overprinting cards and destroying the long-term value of the business. Magic the Gathering, part of the success is it's collectible. When things are collectible, people expect to make money off it or potentially make money off it. And they just did a fuck you to the collectors. But Magic's 30th anniversary edition is overpriced. Too many products are being released. Cards are being overprinted. Okay. Well, who else do we have? Barons. All right. Well, Barons. Holy shit, right? Sell Hasbro stock, Bank of America says. The company is killing its Golden Goose game. Again, they slashed the target price from $73 to $42. So, at the heart of Haas's downgrade is how the company is handling one of its most popular games. I think probably its most popular game. Magic the Gathering. It's a trading card game that forms an integral part of Hasbro's Wizards of the Coast segment, which boomed during the COVID-19 pandemic. The analyst estimates that Magic accounts for roughly 15% of Hasbro's revenue and 35% of earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. But the game may be hitting a growth snag, a lot of things. And that's the reason why you had a $1,000 box of reprinted, hard, impossible to find cards. They know that they were going to have to take a loss on these projections. They thought COVID was going to bring them years of joy. So instead, they made a play for a quick profit, and that may destroy long-term business. Yes, he argues that Hasbro has been overproducing cards, which has propped up its recent quarterly results, but is destroying the long-term value of the brand. Hasbro is killing its Golden Goose. Players are growing weary of having to buy frequent card releases, he notes. Meanwhile, the increased supply of cards has crashed their value in secondary markets, providing less incentive for distributors, collectors, and local game stores to buy more as they no longer see them as an investment. Wow. And then there's the release of the 30th anniversary bonus pack, which will sell at $9.99 price point and includes several cards that Magic had promised never to reprint. We'll never reprint it. There will never be a second edition of Pathfinder. First edition, ignore what we said. We'll gaslight you later. Nobody should be surprised when a game company lies about collectability, we'll never reprint, we'll never change editions. And that's all good and dandy until all of a sudden they need a quick supply of cash. In which case, all that shit goes out the window. This set has devalued many high-value cards, and collectors are concerned Wizards will reprint more. Haas is the sole analyst with a sell rating on Hasbro stock, according to FactSet. Wall Street remains optimistic, with 71% of analysts rating a buy and 21% rating a hold. Shares of Hasbro fell 6.8% on Monday to $59.07, underperforming the S&P's 0.4% loss. Okay. But wait, there's more, because investing.com. Magic the Gathering analysis prompts Bank of America to double downgrade Hasbro. I double dare you. I dare you to double downgrade Hasbro. And it's literally more of the same. We've spoken with several players, collectors, distributors, and local game stores, and have become aware of growing frustration. The primary concern is that Hasbro has been overproducing Magic cards, which has propped up Hasbro's recent results, but is destroying the long-term value of the brand. This is another quote of Haas. So we're all quoting Haas. Now, this part's interesting. In order to maintain high growth in this business after the pandemic, because once you set that curve, right, and you have this high growth, and now it starts to slow, maybe it's still increasing, but it slowed, investors go, oh, well, there's a problem. So you have to address that problem. Hasbro came up with more frequent set releases, more products in each set, wider distribution. Players can't keep up and increasingly switching to the Commander format, which allows older cards to be used. The increased supply has crushed secondary market prices, which has caused distributors, collectors, and local game stores to lose money on Magic. As a result, we expect to order less product in future releases. And $999, $1,000 for 4 booster packs. you're not even sure if you're going to get those really expensive cards in there, which again are reprints anyway. This has created panic among collectors, and we're seeing collections being liquidated, now that the scarcity value of Magic is in question. Bank of America analysts are also growing increasingly cautious on Hasbro's consumer product segment amid negative read-through from retailers and peers. No clue what that means, but doesn't sound good. So, folks, if you've been like investing in Magic the Gathering cards, you've probably lost your opportunity to get your maximum value for that shit. And who can you thank for that? Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast. This was a quick money grab that's going to probably really hurt them in the long term. Go figure. I'll include links to these articles as a pinned comment after this video goes up. Thank you all for dropping in. The Tenkar's Tavern Substack is linked below. That's where you can see on a weekly basis, we put together a newsletter with this channel and a number of other channels from people who are friends of this channel, my co-hosts that have their own channels, and you get to see what we consider to be the best from each channel from either the last week or the last couple of weeks, depending on how often. Not everybody does a daily thing like I do. I'm insane. What can I tell you? Folks, we're still in the midst of the what? The endemic. I know nobody else gives a shit about this. I do. All right. Use your common sense. Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. And I will be back again tomorrow talking crit with myself. Bad Mike? A guest? I have no idea. I never know until I'm ready to log in. Mike tells me, hey, we have a guest. I'm like, oh, shit. All right, that's only partially true. Sometimes I do know. A lot of times I don't. Myself, Bad Mike, 8 p.m. tomorrow. That's Wednesday night. Be there. All right, folks. I'll catch you later. Be good.